welcome back to West Coast Bannermen War Chest series. In this episode, we'll be going through the online play formats. And first and foremost, I want to apologize for the delay. Life happens, so a little bit late on this one. Once again, we're going to go through how to play online, the Discord community, and we're going to be shown these things from our wonderful co-host for this series, Felix. So, welcome back, Felix, and let's get going. Before we hop into it, I just wanted to say that there is Tabletop Simulator on Steam with lots of mods on there, community mods on there, and there's also the Vassal system. And I mentioned them in this episode, but I don't really go into detail. So I just want to give those a shout out real quick before we get started with the recording. Look down in the description below. Look down in the description below for links to everything that we mentioned, and please give us a like and a subscribe. And look forward to more episodes of War Chest. We've got some exciting things down the line coming, especially if you into the tactics and strategy, and also some talks about the newest upcoming expansion, Siege. So look out for more episodes, and I hope you enjoy this one. Today we're going to talk about basically everything online. So the last episode we had the tutorial and the beginner game with my kids, and people might be interested in playing online, so getting started. So we'll just go over the different ways to play, and then we might talk about the Discord and things that you've done online as well. But let's see, to kick things off, I guess actually we should probably start with the Discord. That way people can meet other people that want to play. So I'm gonna open up the Discord, and why don't you talk about the main Discord for a minute?
So, as far as I know, there are two Discord servers that are about war chest. So the first one is the Discord we created with for the French community, and we are trying to turn it into a more international Discord. So um, we have rooms that are only in French, and we are creating new rooms that are the same room but in English. And maybe if we have more Chinese players, we will add Chinese rooms as well, and this kind of stuff. So that's our Discord. And then there is another one which is directly linked to War Chest Online, which is a fan made website to play War Chest. And this one is pretty straightforward. There's just one main channel where every discussion goes on, but our channel has many different lobbies, many rooms for strategy, for just chatting, and over there we also organize our championships, our different tournaments, and we also have parts to show fan-made units, fan-made boards, this kind of stuff. So many different things.
Awesome. So the one that I've been in, that's the first one you were talking about, right? The international one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so the other one is so the one I created with my team with the French group is called I think Champ d'honneur FR. Champ d'honneur is the name of War Chest, and it's also slash War Chest. But to get there, you need an invitation, so you can probably put it in the link in the description.
Sure. Absolutely. So speaking of War Chess Online, the other one was made for that. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
open that up, and this was the first way that I played online because, well, I already knew how to play the game. So I think for like teaching purposes, Tabletop Simulator on Steam worked really well. Uh, but once you know how to play, oh my gosh, does this speed up your game? This was fantastic. So I have the website open
Yeah.
now, warchestonline.com. They have a how to play button. You can check that out. Has everything there. Um, Once you make an account, it's real easy. You can just create an account. Um, you see here I'm in the lobby, so people create games, and then you can join and play against people, and then you can also make it a password encoded so that only if you want to play with a certain person. Um, so yeah, so I think maybe if you're able to, we can make our own room and just go through playing on War Chest Online real quick, or
I can try. I'm on my phone, but I can try. I will put the voice with maybe the loudspeaker, and we'll see if it works out fine. Okay?
no, we don't
No?
need to. I think we can spectate. So let's just go.
Yeah, okay.
Let's just go here. We'll spectate if that's okay. All right. So this game just began. They are drafting, which is what we commonly see once you get familiar with the game. Although, interestingly enough, on the other site that we'll show in a minute, all the open all the open invitation games that were going on were all random random unit selection, which was interesting. What are your thoughts on that? I think like I'm so used to drafting, I'm kind of like surprised to see the random selection still happening.
Yeah, so it seems like there are a very different population of players going to WCO. So mm, personally, I never play random because I really enjoy drafting and I think it's really a very important part of the game. And also, random can have very imbalanced results.
I agree.
So the yeah, so the it's sometimes you have an army and you're like, how am I gonna have stand a chance against the opposing army? So so I don't really like random, but it seems people do appreciate it. So I think it's always nice to have more options, and it's definitely a way you can play the game. I wouldn't use it for a competitive purpose, but if you're in for just to learn the game, it doesn't really matter. When you're really beginning, you can use this because you don't really know what's good anyways. So
Mm.
if
So
you're going to draft in a random fashion, you might as well let the computer do it.
yeah. So I'm here watching this game, and you can see just how fast it's moving along. We have um, a beautiful setup here, display of the game made by WarChestOnline.com, and you might know off the top of your head who made this site.
It's a spruce goose.
Spruce Goose.
Yes. So it's a guy who just wanted to play with a friend who was abroad,
Mm-hmm.
and as a personal challenge, he designed this website, and now it has a lot of success because it has many advantages over other websites that propose word chest. First and foremost, it's completely live. So when you want a game and you say you have only 30 minutes, you know that if you open a game, you're gonna be able to play it right away, and it will be completely live. And if your opponent disappears in the middle of the game, then you're just gonna get the win. So usually you can you can have it's an easy access to a live game. So it's quite important.
Mm.
And the second aspect that is really nice about War Chest Online is that you have the nobility expansion, which is not the case on Yucata, for instance, which is another website with a good proposition to play War Chest Online.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't played on Yukata yet.
Yeah. Yucata is my favorite person
Okay.
because but tell me when you want to discuss different
Yeah,
advantages
so we're still
and
watching. So
drawbacks.
this is really cool about War Chest Online, and I don't know
Hmm.
if you can do it on the other one too. But we're literally just watching a game take place live. So um,
Yeah,
I can.
yeah, that's something you can't on Yucata. You have to refresh your screen, so it's not as lively as World Chess Online.
Yeah, so this is perfect for something that I look forward to doing, which is commentating on live games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's going to be great, especially during like tournament play and stuff like that. You got top
Mm-hmm.
tables, and you
Yeah.
can have a couple commentators just talk about the game as it goes on live. So that's really cool. Also, you can see here where my mouse is. I can click and view previous turns, what has happened previously, um, and you can also watch previous games completely. So after this game finishes, it's saved, and then you can go in and watch it all over again, pick it apart, etc. So not only is the gameplay amazing as the player and very fast and intuitive, but you also have this ability to spectate, which is really cool. Um,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, there is very few elements that are missing to War Chest Online to make it really great. And one of the main gripes we have with War Chest Online as competitive players is that it lacks few options that the designer David Thompson has added for a competitive play,
hmm.
namely choose play order,
Oh yeah.
elimination draft, and second hand preview. So all
Ah.
those, so all it's three optional modules, would you could call them, and they all have a balancing aspect that will because in the base game, if you don't use this, um, there are some drafts. So it's not as true with nobility, but in the base game, there are some games where you will have the berserker be really almost game breaking. You got it?
Yeah.
So, but if you use the rule of elimination draft,
Mm-hmm.
then in Zeus draft you can eliminate one unit per for each player.
Oh, I
So
like that.
if you see the berserker is going to be unbeatable, you just remove it, and your opponent who will be first pick, for instance, will not be able to have it. And it's also adding a very strategic layer, new layer to the drafting phase. And the second option is called uh, choose play order, and it's just that some in some draft it's better to be first draft, and in other draft it's better to be second draft. So and almost all the players consider it an advantage to not have initiative. So it's it's better that your opponent has is first player.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes uh, a player would have both advantages. He would be second player and first draft,
I see.
because you don't choose with the basic rule. And
Gotcha.
basically, the choose player order makes that one decides if he wants to be second player, for example, or first drafter, and then the other one has the other choice. So all the advantages will be split between the players. So that makes it more balanced.
Yep.
And the last option is called second hand preview, and it's basically shows you your second three token of the game. So you see your first three tokens and the next ones you will be drawing on the second hand, and it helps prevent really crippling starts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and this one I really appreciate also.
Oh,
And when you are running a competition, you really want to have these rules, because you don't want an important game to be decided by luck of the draft or things like this.
understood. All right, so we're gonna exit out this spectating game, and let's see. There's also a leaderboard on War Chess Online. Where's your name at? It's,
I'm pretty far away, because the leaderboard is not the greatest on, War Chess Online, because there is basically uh, no matchmaking. So you can just farm noobs if you want,
oh, okay.
and you can reach number one this way.
So it's not
And
Elo or is it Elo?
no, it's not Elo.
Okay,
It's just a pretty simple system.
gotcha.
I mean, the website was not really designed to be competitive.
Right,
So I think for competitive purpose, it's not really satisfying. So I'm not chasing it at all. And I don't play a lot on War Chest Online, because uh, I really want the options I've been mentioning earlier. So I
understood.
play almost only on Yukata.
So we see here I clicked on a profiles Fruskis and I can view and replay
Mm-mm.
these games, which is pretty cool. So I'm really
Yeah,
happy to have you here with this extra insight because I wouldn't know almost everything that you've that you've mentioned so far. I'm learning as we go here. So I can click on my games and I have four logged in, a whole four, yay! The how to play I already showed, so and then back to the game lobby. So there's War Chess Online. I recommend it for quick, friendly games. But as we
yeah.
will soon see,
And also to discover nobility, it's the only. Well, I think you have nobility on tabletop simulator,
yes,
but you don't have it on Yukata. So and also uh, one really important aspect is you can really find a game all day long. You don't have to wait as long to find a game. So, and I can explain Yukata if you want.
yes, please. So yeah, that's a great point
So
because this site is for War Chest. Like anyone that's on
yeah, yeah,
is ready
yeah.
to play a game of War Chest. Versus, and I'll click over
So
Yukata.
yeah, and also one little minus that is about WCO is I think it's not as prevalent right now, but since it's a really it's not a professional website,
Mm-hmm.
it has been running into server issues a little bit,
Mm.
so it has a little bit too much success.
Oh, I see.
So sometimes it's shut down, and you have some bugs and so. But the Spruce Goose is really reactive, and he restarts the server when needed. It is available when you go on the Discord, and you can just say, "Oh, the website is broken," and it will fix it really fast.
Yeah, yeah. He
So
responded
that's
immediately
really
to
nice.
me when I was brand new, asking a
Yeah,
couple
yeah, yeah.
questions. So it was amazing. So we're
And
over at yukata.de slash
so,
en slash game info slash war chest. So I'm at the basic, I guess you could call, homepage of war chest for
mhm.
Yukata.
so,
So do you know much
so
about
for
Yukata in general, like just the site? Because it has a lot of games. Is that right?
Yukata is a quite ancient website.
Ancient. Okay.
Uh, it's well, it's been around for quite a while. It's a German website,
Okay.
and it has a really strong specificity that its core identity. It's that it's an asynchronous website. So when you use Yukata, the basic Yukata users, they open uh, um, they open several games, and when when they log in, they play one turn on each of the game, and then if someone's online, then they keep playing maybe, but then they just turn it off and keep going with their life, and so you can play one turn, and then I play my turn tomorrow, and we can play one turn every other day. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's nice for some people who don't have who like to have many games running at the same time. But if you like to play your game in 30 minutes from start to finish, and you like to have a really live game, then it's a problem because um, uh, you cannot force the game to be played live. And even if you say, if you add like a live game, please, and you ask the other players to be playing live, you can't be sure that your game will be played live. So what happens is you ask for a live game, and then someone picks it up, and then they play for 5-10 minutes, and then they leave, and then you're like, God damn it. You can finish. You're not finishing your game. You're frustrated, and then uh, the next day you're playing a live game, and then this person logs in, and you're playing your live game, and then you're interrupted in your live game because that player has played a turn in your other game he had with you the previous day, and then now you have to switch between your different games,
I see.
and so.
So here we have, I'm logged in now, and we have the War Chest homepage, I guess you could call it. And so you see down here the current open invitations, all from one player. But you can see here in the parentheses what Felix was talking about.
The
Second hand preview, choose player order, elimination draft.
Yeah,
So those are all three of those things are not available on War Chest Online.
yeah, they're not available yet, but I've been pushing Spruce Goose to I've been urging him to add those. And last time I talked to him, he seemed open to adding this. So I don't know if it will come online or when, but he seemed to have decided it could be included.
Awesome.
Crossing
So
fingers. I don't know if
So I
this.
got a question here. What's up with the first name of these players? You got toolmaker, fisherman, and farmer. Is that in
So
relation to something?
that's a meta game for Yukata. So
Okay.
if you want to gain ranks, you have to win a certain amount of games in a certain. So if you want to evolve, basically you have to play multiple games of different games.
Gotcha.
If you only play a war chest, you will never be more than a lumberjack or
Lumberjack. Okay. Cool. So we got a little side game there. Um, so let's
yeah.
go
So
back.
yeah, it's Yukata is also I think for my opinion I think the version is more polished.
Okay.
Um, I like the colors a little bit more. There's some animations, but the game doesn't feel as fast.
Okay.
Um,
Now, how can
but
I choose? Is there like a game log so I can go see a previous game?
um, well, what you can do, you can add me as a buddy. It's on the left
Okay.
side. You
Uh
can
huh.
click add buddy.
Okay.
You got it. So you type my tag is Lascroux, Lascroux, and then you press the little arrows.
All right. Is it CDC or FR?
Yeah, CDC.
Okay. Click on you
Okay, so now
and
you can I'm in your buddy list on the left.
okay. Oh, it says no
Okay, so
buddies still. Do I have to hit another button?
okay, see if you when you find me, you when you find me in the CDC,
Oh,
you
that's right
click
there.
the name
Add
and
to
you
buddy
you
list.
say
Okay. I got
yes, that's right.
it.
And
Okay.
then you click my name again
Okay.
and you go to profile.
Maybe game history. There
Yeah,
we go.
game history.
Bam. All war chest.
Yeah.
So the ID number, I'm guessing, is the game ID. I can click on
Yeah,
there.
and I think I have some cool games in my last games. Who's the last opponent?
Geminus. Geminus? Gemini?
Yeah.
Geminus.
You can take the one against Aube Noire.
Open noir. Okay. So click on that, open it up, and then we have
Mm-hmm.
a new window here watching a previous game. So a little different than War Chest Online. On the right, you see the game turn log. It's like I
Mm-hmm.
guess that's a good way to say it. And then it has a play button, so I can hit play, and it starts the game over right at the beginning with the draft.
Yeah.
I can also go down and
So,
click a certain turn and start from there. I can just click wherever I want throughout the game and hit
mm,
play. I can hit stop. Go ahead. Sorry.
no, it's okay.
Yeah. So as the game is going on now, you can see how it looks when you play. So it's a little instead of just like disappearing and popping up on the board, it has this cool zoom in, drop down kind
Mm,
of interaction. I believe while you
yeah.
play, isn't there little like numbers on the bag of how many coins are left? Is that right?
You can even see the inside of your bag.
Oh yeah, look at that. See how the bag kind of turns invisible? That's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's also one thing that I really appreciate um, about Yukata is that you can see what's in your bag and you can see what can be in the bag of your opponent. And some players don't like it. They say that you need to remember but you can just open um, information. If you take 1 minute or 2 minutes, you can just count the chips in your opponent's reserve. You
Mm-hmm.
can count the chip in the discard, and then you can just deduce this information. So I really don't like to be doing it over and over during the game,
Right.
and I much rather have it be displayed for me so I can just focus on the strategy and not being like do you still have an archer in your bag?
Right,
Let me
right. It
yes,
feels
okay.
like when it's not shown, you're being rewarded for having a high speed math brain versus just like when it's shown, you can just get
Yeah,
along
but
with the game faster.
you don't that's right. And I mean, if the game was with in a blitz fashion, okay,
Hmm.
then maybe you could make a point for that,
Yeah,
okay. But since it's not, if you want to take 5 minutes to play your turn, you can,
yeah,
okay. So, do you want to slow down the game to a crawl and make it annoying that okay, wait, I need to count, and then I will make my thinking process, and it just slows down the game, I think. If you or 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 at some points you're like, oh, I don't want to bother counting the chips. You just make a play, but you make a misplay because you didn't want to bother counting the chips once again. And I think that that's lame because you want to have the highest strategic. You don't want to win or lose because someone didn't count the chips correctly, right?
yeah.
That's my point. That other players feel otherwise, but that's my opinion.
So, question on the Royal Guard. So it looks like it has
Hmm.
the. Do you get to choose which version for you on Yukata?
On Yukata, you don't choose
You don't choose. It's the
because
updated one.
yeah.
Okay. So that's kind of like
Mm,
a little hair of nobility because that came in the nobility expansion. But um, if
I
if
mean,
if you create a
it,
game in War
it,
Chess Online, you can pick which version. Which
yeah.
when I play, I always pick the updated one because I just think it's
Mm,
yeah.
mm. But yeah, for me, it's a mistake to keep the because it's imbalanced. I mean, it's overpowered and it's not fun. And some people just use it to farm for rankings and easy wins.
Mm,
And yeah, I think it's not. I don't see the point. But
gotcha.
yeah, I mean, it was. I mean, David Thompson, the game designer, is not someone who will impose things. So he will always say people can choose and
Oh
kind of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, of course.
So, but he made it clear that he saw the unit was imbalanced and he didn't realize it fully when the game was released.
Mm-hmm.
and when you have it in the game, it's not working as intended. The and it's breaking one uh, of the tools to balance the game, which is the royal coin. The royal coin is here to make it that having a small bag as the drawback of drawing um, your royal coin more often, and you have a draw that cannot be a move or an attack every time you draw this coin. And if your bag is big, then you will draw it. If you have 9 coins in your bag, you will only draw it every third turn. And if your bag is 3 coin, you will draw it every turn. But when you make it able to move your unit, then you can make just a 3 coin bag, and you can just be moving the this unit over and over, and it's already bolstered with its normal power, and just becomes an almost unbeatable force.
Alrighty, so this wraps up the what do you call it the game review little section we had here for Yukata. So I'll exit out of this page. Anything else about Yukata you want to talk about? Just like War Chest Online, it was super easy to sign up. You just make yourself a little a username and password.
Hmm.
Um,
I would say for Yukata, if you don't mind the asynchronous, it's great. If you can meet your friend over there, if you can make appointment on a Discord, it's really nice. Um, so you have different options. So we're lucky to have different possibilities to play
yeah,
war chess, I
a
think.
big thank you here. It says it right here. Craig Cheney developing War Chest for Yukata. So a big thank you to him. And of course, shout outs to Alderac and the designers, Trevor and David, and just what a fantastic game overall. I hope you guys check out this video and get a little motivation to go play online. It's free, it's fast, it's easy. The community, once again, over on Discord, I will link down below. Um, and yeah, I hope to see you guys online and playing games. Before we wrap up completely, let's take a look at what else is online for this game and head over to Felix's his own works. So I don't have the link with me. Do you have the URL memorized for your website you have in progress?
Maybe you can try to um, try to type um Guerre des Confins. It's in French. So you can Guerre is Guerre,
Okay. Whoops.
and
Okay.
okay, space DES.
Oh, I think I have it. This must be it because it's in my history. There it is. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, it pops up right away, French or English. So for me, it's always translate. And you're working on this really cool strategy website. Uh, so I'll click on units. You have this really nice page being started here with all these beautiful coin images. You can go click on a unit, and it gives a little profile of the unit, and then it has related articles. And the one that you showed me earlier was the Ensign and Archer killer combo. So this was really cool to see, and you did a really amazing job with this article linking examples of the combos and how to use them and how to play against them with those games that you can watch, which was really cool. So this is how I found out you could watch games. I think is like, oh wow, that's awesome. You can watch previous games, and it just works so perfect with this type of article. Uh, so is this ready for people to come come look at or?
It's really on our spare time, and I work a lot more for the Discord and organizing tournaments. So it's going a bit slowly on the strategy website, but we
That's all
will get
right.
there eventually.
It looks amazing what you have so far. And then lastly, where can we see like your ladder? I thought that was really cool. Um,
So for the latter, you have to go to the Discord,
okay.
and then you have to. So do you have the French access?
Maybe.
So if you don't have it, you see it's one of the roles. Do you know the roles in
Yeah.
Discord?
Yeah.
So do you have FR role?
I just need to click the flag. There we go.
Okay.
There it is.
So now you go into the Guerre des Confins.
Which one is that? There's
So you can just
four
go to, just go to results GDC.
results.
Resultat.
I have.
Did you find Did you find the Guerre des Confins?
So I'm in the. Oh, oh wow. Oh, hold on. There it is. Results. Okay. Oh wow, look at that. That's beautiful. All these banners people are making. Holy cow, look at this big one. All right, so I'm looking at this huge picture of tons of banners. It's got little sections 1 through 8, 9 through 16, 17 to 24. So what's going on here? how do you work your ladder?
So if you so our ladder works in different fashion from time to time. I'm trying uh, to change the way people compete against each other. But the base of the base is that we play each player plays one game every week. So it's really this rhythm. It's a slow rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
Many people could play more than one game per week, but many players are also parents with a job
Mm-hmm.
and they and playing other games, and they don't want and it's very important for me that we can offer something that everybody can participate. And so we have different format. Do you say format?
Yeah.
And so right now we are doing 16 players tournaments. Donc, if you go all the way down to in the results, you will see a green, a red, and a purple sheet
Excuse me.
with
Yep.
yeah, you got that.
Mm-hmm.
So these are three different tournaments.
Okay.
So you have the top one, the middle one, and the bottom one,
Mm-hmm.
and it lasts 4 weeks. You always fight with someone who has the same number of win as you do.
Okay.
So, and at the end of the 4 weeks, we will have one player with 4 wins, four player with 3 wins, six player with 2-2, four player with 1-3, and one player with 0-4. And so we have one clear winner and four with 3 win, and all those are the winners of the tournament, and they will go to the next level. They will go up one level, and on the other side, the five last player of the tournament will go down on the ladder, and if they are on the top tournament, they will go to the middle tournament, and if they were in the middle tournament, they will go to the bottom tournament.
All right.
Yeah, so it's quite fun because you can, um, like right now, we are on the third week, and some players are already still have a chance to go up one league. Other are just battling to remain in the same league, and so there's always um,
Reason to
we
fight,
always
kind of.
have a reason to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
Yeah, this is actually
and
very similar to how the Three Sales Gaming League is going to happen. So they had their first league was all kind of like one group to figure out where people go, and then in the
hmm
second season, I guess you can call it, whenever it
hmm
starts, because we're in kind of a flux situation right now with the other game. But once the
hmm
second season starts, we'll have just like this. We'll have three. I think he might actually have four. He has so many teams, three or four groups just like this, moving up and down, depending on
yeah,
results. So it's a really interesting way
yeah.
to do it.
And and previously, um, during the November, December, we held our winter tournament, we had 32 players, and it was over 9 weeks.
Wow, is that
So it was.
so? Here, the
Hmm?
tableau final. That's the this picture that has. Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
looks
that's
like.
uh, that's that's above the other ones.
Mm-hmm. This is the tournament you're
And
talking about.
yeah, so that's the one with the biggest tables you will see with 32 players. And so this was we uh, I used my knowledge of StarCraft, the way StarCraft tournaments are held.
Mm-hmm.
So we basically had uh, f- um, groups of 4 players, and if you it was played over 3 weeks, and at the end you had 2 player at the top, 2 player at the bottom, and then from this you made new groups of winners and groups of losers, and then we did other groups of 4, and then at the end we had a regular tournaments of 8 players, and you
Mm-hmm.
had 4 different tournaments, and you had been seeded into those tournaments from your results during the group phase.
Yeah, I see. That's really cool how you did this because I can follow the lines, little dotted lines or
And
solid lines.
so this was nice, but it was a really long experience because since we are only playing one game per week,
Yeah.
it was 9 week,
Yeah, I remember
and
like I missed the
also.
start. I missed the start week by like 1 week, and I was like, "Oh, it'll probably finish, pretty soon." And it's not quite done yet, is it? Or did the finals finish?
No, this one is done.
Oh, this one's
But
done.
I think you're mistaking with the international tournament.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
This was just your group, like.
yeah.
uh,
That was just our group that was played on the base game on Yukata, and the
Okay.
the international tournament was played with people from all the countries and using WCO.
Right. So
And
here's
prior to that,
International Hall English. This is the one I'm talking about. They have the nobility tournament going on. So they are
yeah,
almost done. They're in the final
hmm
bracket, I guess you could call it.
yeah. This one is a little bit more loose on the organization because it's not me who's running it. It's one of our team members, and it's just yeah, it's not the same style of organization. It's more friendly, not more friendly because our what we do is really friendly, but it's yeah, more loose. Just
Yeah. Well,
one shot.
shout out to everyone who's done anything
Yeah.
to help this game be accessible online. So once again, we'll review. We have the Steam powered tabletop simulator. You can find multiple versions there, fan made versions there. We have, I think there's Vassal. You can find it on Vassal. I've never
Yeah,
messed with Vassal,
yeah.
so.
That's what we started with, and actually, even before we used Vassal.
Mm-hmm.
So Vassal is nice, but you will not find the open. You really need to connect with a friend, and so it's nice if you want to do things like try some. It's really a sandbox.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I just
And
pulled up the
so
vassalengine.org if you're interested in that. And then, as we went over earlier, there is the beautiful, quick, and easy War Chest Online where you can play the Nobility expansion. And then, of
Mhm.
course, the more competitive Yukata. So, um, thank you so much for joining me, Felix, for this rundown on the online um, avenues for war chess, and I very much look forward to doing. We're finally going to get into the strategy, the tactics, the how to become better. So a little preview, maybe a little taste of our first episode of that is going to be all about bag management. So just if you
Mhm.
could give maybe one or two sentences on why bag management is so important. Um, let's see if you can
Yeah.
summarize.
Well, it's um, that's managing your bag is how you will make the difference. Because uh, you have to if your unit, if you can have your unit when you need it, then um, you you won't need to be lucky with your draws. You know what I mean? You can really um, decide your strategy and not be, if you have too many coins in your bag, you will be um, you will be the toy of your draw. But if you remove some units, then you will be faster with those units, and you can really bring the action where you want it, and you can also have easier time killing your opponent's units because you're playing your fewer units more often.
Yes, sir. Exactly right. And I'm really excited. I'm not going to say anything specific right now, but I'm excited to link our suggestions and tips on how to get better with bag management with the upcoming Siege expansion, because one of those ways is to bolster, and it looks like possibly, without saying anything specific, that bolstering will become a, another. Let's see, how do I say this? You'll have another reason to
It will,
bolster.
yeah,
Yeah, so very exciting times. Once again, thank you, and we will chat next time.
yeah, and I encourage everybody to join the Discord servers because that's the best way to get motivated and to have advice, and the community over there is really great. So
Oh, and
everybody is welcome.
I forgot if, real quick, if folks prefer Facebook, there is a page. So I'm going to just bring it up right now. We have facebook.com/groups/AEG War Chest. So there is the group right now on screen. To come and join that group as well if you're on Facebook all the time. But as Felix just said, Discord is definitely the most active, like the best way to get in
Yeah,
touch. So,
yeah, yeah,
all right,
that's
that
for sure.
wraps it up.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you all once again for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed Felix's in depth discussion about the online ways to play and the things that he's been doing for the online community thus far. Once again, look forward to some strategies and tactics episodes, as well as some special guests. And especially, we're going to have some wonderful chats about the upcoming Siege expansion, which everyone's so excited for. And also some streamed games, hopefully, with some live commentary. Thank you again, and we'll catch you next time.